This year's a lot like last year, and I started out with a lot of hope, but that was consistently undermined by the circumstances of reality, and therefore I just buried myself in work, anxiety, and video games, aka the Holy Trinity.
Papyrus!
Unfortunately, there weren't a ton of great games that had come out this year, many of which I just didn't have the ability to play because I don't have the desire to spend $500 and a lot of my time trying to find a PS5. It's not really worth it to me. None of these games are system sellers. Though I do suspect I'll have to find my wallet once Kratos comes calling.
Come, boy.
Oh, yes, coming, Papa.
Even though there weren't a ton of great games that came out this year, I still had a phenomenal time playing video games this year. So many good ones. So without further ado, let's get to the shit. This is my top 11 of 2021. Mario Party has always been a great joy of mine, and that's mainly because it allows people who are bad at games, aka nerds, to keep up with us master, champion, gamer, wizard motherfuckers, and that's mainly because it's all chaos. That's what I love about Mario Party 8. My friends are bad at video games. I love them. I would do anything for these motherfuckers. They cannot press buttons to save their fucking life. However, with Mario Party 8, if you're ghost busting, you're Hotel Helen, you're Murder on the Orient Expressin', every round is complete chaos. It doesn't matter. You've been whooping ass the entire time. Well, guess what? Yoshi stepped on the most red spaces, so he's the superstar. Suck my dick. Being able to be competitive about a game is like crack to me, especially when I don't have to feel bad about it. Nothing eases the guilt of whipping my friends' asses more than one of them stealing one of my stars. All right, fuck you, bitch. Game on! Mortal Kombat has become my favorite fighting game over the past few years, and that's mainly due to the story, which I know is a lot like saying I watch porn for the story. I do, but that doesn't matter. Now, is this the most tightly and skillfully woven masterpiece since Paddington 2? Fuck no, not at all. It's made all the funnier by the fact that I can shoot Sub-Zero dead in the balls. And this guy right afterwards is going to come and be like, hey guys, what's up? My balls don't hurt at all. I get to play a hero with my favorite characters for a few hours, raid and barbecues a bitch or two, as he is wont to do. And with that DLC, you get to play through a story mode as the villains, which is fantastic. I love all the scheming and backstabbing. It's great. Every character has their own specific playstyle and unique skill set. Plus, it's going to give guys who love Monster Energy one of the strongest hard-ons of their life because they can finally reenact the Expendables. If you haven't been confused by this game's attempt at a time travel storyline or delighted by the increasingly insane levels of gore, the game's cheap. Go pick up a copy, make your friends hate you. I've never been a big fan of PC gaming, but I am a big fan of kicking ass, and that's why I love Heroes of the Storm, alright? It's just straight 5-on-5 team fight madness. You can be whatever you want. You can be a weird bug alien, you can be 3 Viking dwarfs hanging out together, you little buddies, or be a hot dragon queen who doesn't murder the townspeople. Daenerys. She knows what she did. The game's community will frequently remind me why I don't play PC games. However, the game is fun enough and really easy to just keep playing that you'll probably have to delete it off your PC like I did so you stop procrastinating and not making videos. Yikes. Holy shit, the fact that Nintendo kind of sprung upon us the release of the long-awaited 5th installment of the Metroid series was a phenomenal surprise this year. I love that. Samus is back, this time she's dealing with these annoying fucks. She's taking orders from essentially a bunch of squares. I don't know what the fuck's going on. All I do know is the movement is faster and more fluid. The combat more precise. The enemies more numerous, more aggressive. That's a big one. I don't want these little fuck around stupid enemies not trying to kill me. Come get my blood. Everybody should own a copy of Metroid Dread. Go buy it. You'll put it in. You'll be like, okay, a few hours. I'll play a few hours. No, bitch, it's 3 a.m. and you're looking for energy tanks. What happened to you?
I've lost control of my life.
Hades is that masterpiece of a game that does a great job of kicking the ever-loving shit out of you. But then it shows you a bunch of weirdly hot and sexual Greek gods until you're like, I mean, okay, Stepan Athena, I guess we can try again or whatever, oh my god. Roguelikes are not usually my genre, but the leveling system is amazing. Going back over and over to try every combination, to break the game, to go up to my dad and kick his ass so I can hang out with my mom in a storyline that even Freud would say is a bit on the nose. It's a bit on the nose. It's uncomfortable. Guys, the leveling system permanently upgrading Atreus is amazing. It gives you every incentive to go back and try again until you finally make your way to the end, stand right in front of the devil himself, and say, fuck you, Dad! Resident Evil 8 Village set the gaming world ablaze this year, mainly because everybody got so hot and horny over this fucking sex monstrous Jesus. Degradation is not my kink, but if she calls me a filthy man thing one more time, I'm gonna make a mess. It's over. She's gonna punish me. And cool. I made a review, it's good, go play it, fart in a box, let's move on. You guys remember when superhero games were thoughtless and uninteresting cash grabs, right? Yeah, it was very recently, that was so disappointing. But Guardians of the Galaxy is nothing like that in my opinion. I think Guardians of the Galaxy is an incredibly thought out and well delivered experience. Something I'm sure everyone has noticed by now is a lot of games are introducing this companion mechanic that you constantly have somebody there that you're developing a bond with, that you're just chatting with in the platforming and puzzling sections where there's not usually a lot of engagement. And it works. Critical acclaim. This shit is working. Mimir, love you, buddy. Can't wait to see you in a few months. Guardians of the Galaxy takes that idea and just knocks it out of the fucking park because there's dialogue non-stop. You're constantly learning about your comrades, even in the middle of a fight. Rocket, Gamora, Peter, Drax, their collective trauma is all very interesting, and it's constantly grounded by the fact that Groot is in fact who he says he is. I find that very reassuring. This game is one of the few that does a good job of jumping between silly and serious and heartfelt and dramatic or comedic, whatever it wants to be. It's doing a good job of being it, in my opinion, every time. I will say I would have loved to be able to use the Guardians a little more in the combat. I do understand how Peter calling the shots really reinforces the overarching theme of the story and his struggle with that weight. I understand that. I appreciate it. It works. But I'd like to stab somebody as Gamora. I just want to do it. So, future reference, if you'd let me, that'd be great. Also, if I ever accidentally call another group huddle with, fake Chris Pratt over here, I'll blow my fucking brains out. Other than that, though, these guys did great. Guys, that's good work. Few series have shaped my understanding of how amazing games can be more than God of War, and that's mainly due to the amazing ending to the trilogy. The fact that God of War 2 was the biggest cock tease of all time is somewhat forgotten, but let me remind you, you were riding on the back of Mother Earth herself, Gaia, as she was climbing Mount Olympus to lay siege against Zeus and his fraternity of fuckwits. And then they hit you with that catch us next week on Dragon Ball Z bullshit. Except next week on Dragon Ball Z was $600 and a brand new console away. How in the fuck are you ever gonna live up to all that anticipation? Oh, like that, and like that, and like that, and like that. Oh, okay, so we're just going for golden god killing. I didn't know. You should just said that. That was gonna be great. The scale of this game is just mind-boggling. The fact that this fight with Poseidon is not the craziest shit you do in this game, bananas, and I love it. It is addicting. It is why God of War is amazing. It is what they do better than anybody. Plus, the score, oh my god, it's so monumental. These epic chants becoming the soundtrack to me brutalizing any idiot dumb enough to walk in my path. Whether they're fast or chunky or have canonically turned themselves into a swan to try to get some ass. Yeah, you did that, Zeus. You're a disgusting pervert. Play the game, give him a stabby stab for being a perv. Don't feel bad about it, alright? God of War 3 is the perfect ending to a trilogy ever. I don't think there's ever been a better one. Maybe other than No Way Home. Hot damn, was that such a fun time in the theater. I had such a good time. No spoilers in the comments, but we know. It was mwah. It was delightful. When Super Mario 3D World originally came out for the Wii U, it was a bit of a letdown for most fans of the series. So they didn't appreciate the meticulously crafted levels with incredibly precise multiplayer gameplay that was a lot of fun to actually explore like I did. That's what made 3D World the first 3D Mario game to actually ever catch my attention. Me and my best friend had a blast playing this game this year, mainly because they have so many different playable characters. Every character plays in their own particular way, which gives me a reason to use them every now and then. Sometimes, if shit's a little too hard, Rosalina is coming out. Champions Road is hellish Mario perfection that cost me many a sleepless nights and cash bowls until eventually I conquered its treacherous terrain, only to realize there was a whole other fucking game there. Bowser's Fury is amazing. It gives us a glimpse into the future of what Mario could actually look like. One large open world that you get to explore. No load screens, everything's just quick, seamless. It is visually stunning. Colors, all the music, everything is amazing. The fact that you can turn it into Golden Cat Super Saiyan 3 Golden Cat Mario, that's it, that's the one. It looks great. If you've been watching my channel at all at this point, you've probably realized I'm a big fan of the Metroidvania. And to me, it doesn't get better than Guacamelee. The art, the music, the platforming, the action, the combat. This is the pinnacle of the genre in every respect, in my opinion. The seamless switching between the land of the living and the land of the dead, complete with its own unique music and aesthetic. It is so distinct and magnificent. it's impossible not to love. The combinations of enemies and move combos that you have that actually create an engaging button masher, which is very hard to do, especially late game where you have unlocked all your abilities. Still somehow I'm paying attention. I'm not just being mindless when this shit is happening. I think that's amazing. Plus, frequently whenever a game does something really well the first time, it's gonna hammer that shit to death in the second and subsequent games. Looking at you every game after Borderlands 2, Yikers Island. Oh, that humor is getting old quick. However, Guacamelee 2 says, no, fuck that. We're just gonna give you more combos, more action, more platforming, and more chicken. Also, we're going to give you a lot more of this lady who's obsessed with Mariachi Pete Davidson. Yeah, you can do better, sweetie. We'll work on that. Yeah, it had to be this guy again, of course. He's kind of run my life this year. This game is amazing for many reasons. The levels contain so many interesting ideas and mechanics, but mainly they fixed Mario's biggest problem for me, in the 3D world at the very least. The fact that this camera is so dogshit in 64 and Sunshine, oh my god, it drove me away from those games. But then here comes Mama Nintendo saying, how about we script out 100 different paths for the camera in every level, so now you don't have to do anything, it just does it for you. How you like that, you little bitch baby?
Dear God, it's beautiful.
Each of these worlds is more different and mysterious than the last, each of them containing their own mechanics and ideas, all of them containing a fucking 100 coin purple star bullshit level. Yikers, but the platforming is still really good, so, you know, it makes up for that. Plus, the music is just masterful. Oh my god, guys, there is no symphony like the Super Mario Galaxy soundtrack. Every time you hear it, it will scream to you, it's time to play the game again. Guys, Super Mario Galaxy is a masterpiece of gaming. It deserves your affection, your attention, and everybody who's developing games needs to take a look and see what perfection looks like and learn a thing or two. Alright, you have a wonderful, wonderful, happiest of New Year's. Take care of the sweet baby angel. Let's see you back here next time.